the 1/100 scale Master Grade Destiny from C Destiny series. After everyone voted that I should build this kit, because at the time I was showing off both Destiny, Unicorn, and Exia, I thought, I want to paint it, but I want to do something completely different, something unique that makes this kit a little bit more presentable. And I was kind of still on that Gunner Soccer Warrior build, and I was like in the mood to doing something different, but I didn't know how to approach it. And I said, okay, I can do it the same colors again, and I think there was even talk of a different type of Destiny kit coming down the road with a different type of paint scheme. Then I remember watching Prime 92's video build. Well, not a video build. She actually did a technique where she took silver paint, applied it onto one of her TT Hongli Shinanjus, and then used clear red and applied it over the parts to give it that metallic look. And then I said to myself, I wonder, can I do that with this kit using an airbrush? I was afraid to do it and it would come out bad, so I needed to test it out. So during my video build of this guy, I actually used plastic base stands from one of the gas bond kits that I had, and I showed off different techniques. First I did it with a brush, then I used with a shitty airbrush that I picked up, that I still had, and then of course it was the introduction of a new airbrush, which was my Grex airbrush, in which case I finally got the right the right type of color, the right type of spraying, and it resulted into this guy. I have to say, this was my second favorite kit to build, because I also made, as always, mistakes. Because when you apply certain paint on things like this, you can't do it separate. It has to be together, so that way the paint is evenly coated. Another thing is, I have made various mistakes because some of the paint peeled off, or like when I applied my finger on it, I actually wiped it off and I didn't realize it. I learned that you really need to seal the paint. You really need to seal that paint in there so it doesn't go away. It stays there forever. So this was another mistake I learned, which I did not want to repeat on my next kit, which was the 1/44 scale high grade double Aquanta from the Awakening of the Trailblazer anime series, or movie, excuse me. Now, again, learning from my mistakes, I decided to do the same thing with the double Aquanta. The reason why I decided to do that is because I got an email from Albertox WTF letting me know that at the New York Animation Festival Comic-Con show that was held in the Jacob Javits Center, they were having a gunpla modeling contest there. And anybody who built Gundam models can bring it over and show and see if they can win. A lot of people won some cool prizes, including the top prize of actually competing at their regional show. I think it was in Hong Kong. I don't know. I could be wrong. So I searched around, find out what kit I wanted to make, but the other kits that I made I wasn't too comfortable with. Yet with this guy, when I got it from Hobby Link Japan, I says, yes, I'm going to start working on him. Excuse me. In which case, I did an excellent work with all the parts. The blue came out amazing. Very, not that much red, of course. Since it was all white, the chrome silver really brought out the kit a little bit more. The charcoal was my biggest problem, but I got myself gunmetal, which gave it that metallic undercoat pretty well. I gave it a gloss shine here and there, and it looked really cool. I really enjoyed making this. The only problem was I messed up with the shield. I really did. I made a mistake, and I oversaturated the blue where it did not constantly match well with this kit. So I knew for a fact I was not going to win this, and yeah, fair enough. But I got the merit of seeing other gunpla models up there and you guys know who I'm talking about. And they shared a lot of cool ideas with me, so I say thank you for that. In which case, from there, I decided to make my next kit, which happens to be the 1/100th scale Master Grade Gundam Exia Ignition Mode kit from the animated series 00 Gundam. This was everyone's second choice that I should build for calendar year 2010. I'm surprised nobody wanted me to build a unicorn, and I was really had my hopes that everybody would choose that, but you guys wanted me to build this, and I did. To tell you the truth, it was not a kit that I actually really enjoyed building. It was a great master grade kit. There was a lot of features that I kind of like, but I'm not too crazy about how it's not strong enough to hold the blade. The quality of the hands are very weak at best, and I really don't understand why they made the front toes of this kit too loose. It should have been tightened up a bit, or at least put some sort of locking mechanism where, yeah, you can turn it, but that's just, but it's not to the point where it could turn on its own weight. This kit is not even back or front heavy, yet if you don't prop it up right, it'll just tip over all the time. You might as well put it on the back, put it up on the back of the wall of your whatever shelf you have, and if that, you will only do that if you don't have a stand for this kit. Cool. I mean, I say the kit is cool looking. You can put it in different poses, but it is an annoyance to do that. So I'm glad I built it, but maybe I should have bought the original kit and not the ignition kit. But that's how these things happen, and you never know what to expect until you build it. At which point, from here on in, I decided to take a little break, and I was prepared to build my next kit, which would have been the Master Grade Unicorn. But then this guy came along. The Perfect Grade Strike Freedom 1/60th scale from the animated series Gundam Seed. This was a shock to everybody to see that Bandai was going to tackle their next Perfect Grade kits, their 13th Perfect Grade kit, as the Strike Freedom. It pretty much generated a lot of buzz, a lot of positive, but a shitload of negative. And when I first saw this kit, I was, of course, I said to myself, you know what, I have never purchased a Perfect Grade kit before, and this will be my first attempt to get one and try out something completely different. Sure, I built the 1/60 scale no grade kits, but this one was a totally different animal to take on, and I didn't want to take it on alone. Thankfully, through my good friend of Prime 92, we worked on this kit together, shared our ideas, looked at the manual, studied how complex this kit was, and discovered many of the most unique features and disadvantages this kit has to offer. And I have to say, it is an amazing kit. So you do have to give Bandai credit for making it. However, you do question, of course, maybe they should have done something a little bit different. With that being said, this was the best kit that I have ever built, biggest kit I ever built for 2010. And that's it. Those are the kits that I've made in 2010. Some of them unique, some of them extraordinary, and some of them were fun. I decided not to make one kit after another because I thought that was a little bit tiring. And I thought that, you know what, 2010 would have been the year of quality, not quantity. I've learned a lot. I pretty much fully understand what I need to do with my next kit and for my future kits. 2010 is over and 2011 is just beginning. I'm now starting on my new kit right now, and I have many unique and interesting ideas of what I want to do for this year. These ideas are not only inspiring, but they're also radical. Something that I have never thought I may be doing. I would love to share this with you guys right now, but I have to do my research. That's something that I like to do, is a lot of research on how I'm going to tackle these things. Some of the kits that I hope to see will inspire me to give me some new ideas. Trying out new types of painting and new types of airbrushing. And I hope to customize my future kits with aftermarket products. So, with that being said, I'm glad that I've learned a lot for 2010, because in 2011 I'm going to be better for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this short video, even though this kind of dragged on a bit. And stay tuned for more Gundam models coming soon.